everyone, so today we're at Universal. We're on the moving walkway, walking over to security. Andrea has to pick up her tickets and then we're gonna head in. So we're essentially here at opening to try and get everything done so we can have an early day, go to Disney Springs, have dinner, and maybe call it an early night because we're still really tired from the last 2 days. So we'll see you when we get inside. So here we are at City Walk, which is sort of like Universal's version of Disney Springs. It's just an area where you can eat, and there's entertainment, and there's shopping, and it's just the area, you just walk through it to get to the parks, which is different than Disney Springs, where you don't technically have to actually go anywhere to, you don't have to go to like Disney Springs to get into the park. So, but here you have to walk through here to get to the parks. And I kind of think that's how they get you, you know, because you have to walk through here. So if you see something you like, you know, you end up buying it because you see it here. So when we get to the entrance of the parks, I'll show you more. So as we're walking through City Walk to Universal Studios, I noticed that Voodoo is right here. We're gonna stop by a little later on our way out to get some donuts, but this is new, just opened probably, I'll say like a week or two ago. So heard good things about it though. So here are the will call kiosks. Andrea is actually in there right now trying to get her tickets. Looks like there might be a small problem, but you know, we'll get it. We're here. We just walked in. Minion Mayhem's right there. There's a Hello Kitty store right over here that we're gonna take a peek into right now. So here's Fast and Furious. We're just walking past it on the way to London, but right now I think they're doing a soft opening. I've heard from some reviews that it's okay. It's a good ride, but it's nothing to call home about. So I think, you know, if we have time later, we might ride it, we might not. Andrea seems to have taken a liking to Transformers, so we might do that instead. But just to let you know, that's right here. London is just down that way, and the entrance is sort of behind us and to the right. Coming up on London, and you'll notice that King's Cross Station is right ahead of us right there. And that's where you would take the Hogwarts Express to get to Islands of Adventure if you have a park-to-park ticket. This was also where they let you out if you come around, if you go from Islands of Adventure to Universal Studios. So the inside actually looks like a very small and not crowded King's Cross. And the outside kind of looks like King's Cross, so you know, I think it's kind of cool. And I'll show you that later when we actually go to Islands of Adventure. And here's the rest of London. These shops here are fake fronted shops, obviously there's nothing actually in them. There's a little kiosk here where you can buy some London inspired merch. Obviously some of it's actual London, some of it is Harry Potter London, so but you know, cute if you don't want to actually go in to get stuff, you can just get stuff here. The night bus is in front of us. Right there, and usually the night bus driver is here taking photos, but I don't know if he is here this time. Oh yes, he is. He is right there. He's right there. And then when you walk further in, you'll notice here in front there is a row of townhouses, and you'll notice that there's one townhouse in the middle, the second one here, which is a little darker. And the reason why that is actually Grimmauld Place. So that's where, if you read the books or watched the movie, that's where they went to hide out. So it's interesting how they did that. Again, fake fronted, because behind here is actually shops and things like that that are inside Diagon Alley. The entrance to Diagon Alley is over there. You can exit over here. But yeah, so there's London. Here we go. We're heading in. So if you walk in this way, I think if you've never been here, walk in this way, because this is where it opens up like it does in the movie. And it opens up into Diagon Alley. There's a gentleman taking a photo, so we're gonna wait. And it opens up into Diagon Alley. So the first store that you're gonna hit is Weasley's Wizard Wheezy's. And this is the joke shop that Fred and George open. There's a lot of cool like sort of toy things inside. I mean, it's cute. Look, if you're looking for like a cute souvenir for a kid, great. But if you're really buying something for an adult, I'm not sure this is the shop for you, but it's really cool. You walk in, that's Gringotts up ahead where the dragon is, so there you have it. You can see Gringotts. Leaky Cauldron is to the left. That's a great place to eat if you're here at Diagon Alley. Puking Paisley's. A lot of these stores are fake fronted, so some of them are real and then they take over, like when you walk in it actually expands out into these fake fronted stores, so not all of these stores are real. So there's like a store that looks like it's a yarn store, but sadly not a yarn store. So here's more stuff. There's a candy shop. You know, there's carts here that sell butterbeer. If you want to get a wand here, quick way to get wands here, but if you want the experience, then you'll have to go over to Hogwarts to get the wand experience. But just know that for the most part they choose children to do the wand experience, so if you're an adult you're probably not going to get chosen. The likelihood is very, very slim. So you'll notice that there's multiple points here where you can do magic. So like for instance, this little water thing here you can do magic at, and you'll know what they are by looking down. So if you see something like this on the floor, then you know you could stand on it and perform magic with one of your much more expensive wands. There is little bar area here. This stage here is where they do a lot of the shows here. So here in Diagon Alley. So any show that you see in Diagon Alley is going to happen right on this stage. And this area here is actually really cool because it's covered. So if it's raining or weather's inclement, like this is a good place for you to be because you can still experience a lot of the stuff and you are not going to be inconvenienced by the rain or the sun. So I'm gonna go find Andrea. I'll show you the rest of this area a little bit later. I seem to have lost her in the shuffle here. Oh, I see her. But we're gonna head off to Gringotts and get online for that ride, and then I'll show you more after the ride. We're inside the Leaky Cauldron and we're having breakfast because we didn't eat anything. We just had some coffee in the car on the ride over. We just rode Gringotts. Andrea loved it. I always loved it. Let's get a live reaction from Andrea. What did you think of Gringotts?
Can we go on it again?
We can go on it again, especially if it's another only 10-minute wait.
I'm not sure, but we just still go on it?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We'll see what happens after we. Well, maybe not immediately after breakfast. We don't want you to get sick.
Later in the day.
Yeah. Well, yeah, later in the day. But later in the day, it's going to be a longer line, so we might want to try and get on it like after breakfast does digest.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. We ordered food, and basically what happens is they give you a number, which is right here, and you bring it to your table, and then they'll come and bring your food to you, so that you don't have to wait. Unlike over at Hogsmeade, where at the Three Broomsticks, you get your food, then you go get on another line and wait for your tray, and then you go wait for your to be seated. So it's 3 waits, whereas here is only 2, so that's good. We're gonna wait for our breakfast, and then when it gets here, I'll show you what we got. So our food arrived. I got the, I think it was like leek and mushroom pasty. And Andrea, what did you get?
I got the English breakfast.
English breakfast. Yummy. Got
blood sausage.
Blood sausage.
Regular
Not something I would normally eat, but yes. All right, keep going.
Beans, scrambled eggs.
Yep. Oh, lots of good stuff in there.
Potatoes.
Awesome.
And croissant with butter.
Butter. Everything's better with butter. So we're gonna dig into this and we'll let you know what we think. We finished eating our breakfast. pretty good. It was, the pasty was actually pretty good. I didn't finish it just because it was kind of heavy, but my plate came with a lot of fruit, which was great. So I actually had to give some of my fruit to Andrea because her plate came with meat instead of fruit. But I liked my breakfast. I can't complain. I'm excited to go and have my chicken in the 3 broomsticks because that's what I always get at the 3 broomsticks. Andrea enjoyed her food too, but she didn't really like her blood sausage. She said it had a weird texture, which, you know what, I believe, because blood sausage. I think all in all, great successful breakfast. I have to say, I think I like Leaky Cauldron better than 3 broomsticks in terms of how it's run. Just seems like it makes more sense to sit at your desk or at your table and then wait for the servers to come bring you your food instead of, you know, waiting on one line to order and then getting on another line to pick up and then getting on a 3rd line to get a seat. It does not seem like the most efficient way of doing things. But in any case, we're gonna walk around to the shops and we're going to, Andrea's gonna do some magic with my wand and try some of that out. And then we may ride Gringotts again because Andrea likes it, and so if the wait's not too horribly long, we may do that again as well.
Welcome to Ollivander's Makers of Fine Wands since 382 BC. What is your name? And which is your wand arm, left or right? And who are you? Which is your wand arm, left or right? I see. Step forward. You may know that every Ollivander wand has a core, powerful, magical substance. Use unicorn hairs, Phoenix tail feathers, and the heartstrings of dragons. No 2 Ollivander wands are the same. Just as no 2 unicorns, dragons, or phoenixes are quite the same. You will never get such good results with another wizard's wand. This wand is made of ivy. It's a nice, flexible wand. It has a unicorn hair core. You see the boxes up on the top shelf? I'd like you to pick one and make it float in the air. Give your wand a swish and a flick and say, Wingardium Leviosa. Swish, flick, Wingardium Leviosa. That is not the wand of you. Reparo! Let me think about it for a moment. This one is made of birch. It's 15 inches long. Nice flexible one, also a unicorn hair core. I know, there's a bell up at the top of the stairs. I'd like you to ring it one time. Just concentrate and point your wand. Definitely not. So sure about these 2 wands. Yes. birch wand is ideal for a very loving and creative wizard. A very good wand for spells of protection. Ivy is perfect for a strong, determined, and resilient wizard. A very good wand for spells of healing. Each of these wands has a unicorn hair paw. Your charismatic charm will help you along the way. If I may.
Actually heading to Borgen and Berg, and so this is here's Borgen and Berg. You get a lot of like dark magic merch in here, which, so if you're like either a Slytherin or you just happen to like Death Eaters, this here is the store for you, my friend.
This was not your liking last time.
Lestrange. So here's some of the merch that's in here. Lots of Death Eaters. Oh. Not really my thing. If you have a person who happens to like really creepy snakes, store for you. Alright. Life size. Here's some of the designs for the phone cases. Chimney sweep. Reparo. Going to go and take the Hogwarts Express. We've done pretty much everything we can at Diagon Alley. Now we're going to go in and we're going to come and take this to Hogsmeade. Hogwarts Express, you have to either show your ticket or your annual pass, like I did, and scan your fingerprint. The reason why that is because unless you have a park-to-park ticket, you will not be able to take this ride. It's a ride and a mode of transportation all in one, because it is an experience. When you get on the train, things will happen. It's kind of a show. and it's different each way. So like going to Hogsmeade is one experience, and then coming back from Hogsmeade is a different experience. So I would suggest if you want to experience this, get the park-to-park ticket. So between 9 and 10. Very, very cute.
You have to stand where I was standing. Yeah.
And here you go. Hogwarts Express. Here's the cabin inside. And then there's a window here with a TV screen.
Conjure up some pumpkin pasties.
Wrong. Food is the first of the 5 principal exceptions to Gamp's law of elemental transfiguration.
Do you know what she's talking about?
Creatures. Something from the trolley, dear. I'd say you'd earned it.
Any chocolate frogs?
Oh dear. Best get back to your seats now. I'll try and round up these little runaways.